What's going on, everybody? Brian Colquitt with Colquitt Realty Group. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Just wanted to check in here in the middle of May to give you guys a quick local housing market update. And I'm going to do some screen share to show you guys some of the reports that I've been looking at, and you might find some of this stuff very interesting. So first report I wanted to show you guys, this is the Triad MLS. They put this out on a monthly basis, and what we are looking at is what April of this year, 2020, looked like compared to last year, April 2019. As you can see, it wasn't too pretty due to COVID-19. New listings from 2019 to 2020 in April, as you can see, we had a 29% decrease. So that was meaning that the month of April, because of COVID, not as many homes hit the market. Not as many sellers wanted to put their home for sale during that time. There's been a lot of uncertainty, which makes sense. So new listings, we had almost a 30% drop. Pending home sales, so for the month of April compared to last year, we had a 40% decrease. What that means, that's a combination of multiple things. A lot of buyers were furloughed or laid off, and they couldn't purchase the houses. So the homes that were on the market, there's no pending home sales because they weren't going under contract. So a lot of those homes were just sitting there, and you'll see on the next report I'm going to show you why those homes probably were just not going under contract. So closed sales, you can see that went down. That was a little bit of a smaller dip. You would think it might be a little bit bigger, but a lot of those homes that closed in April probably were under contract prior to COVID-19 coming around. So that probably has a little bit to do with those numbers. That's something we're going to pay a little bit closer attention to over the next 30 to 45 days as well. One thing that is very interesting, because if you read a lot of reports, you may see that here's some wrong information around this. You may have been hearing that home values are going to start decreasing. Look at this number right here for the month of April. You can see that that is completely wrong and misinformation. April of 2020 compared to April of 2019, you can see on the median home price, we had a 9% increase in value for homes here. So that's a good thing. So if you're a seller and you've been hearing those reports that, hey man, now might not be a good time because my values have dropped, or if you're wondering what your home's worth, reach out to your local real estate agent and ask them, hey, can you give me a quick CMA and say what is my home worth in today's market? Because as you can see, homes are going up, so your value is still increasing. It's basic supply and demand. As you can see, there's not a lot of supply out there. There's still a lot of demand. So when that happens, values and prices are going to increase. Wanted to show you this right here as well. Month supply of inventory, that is extremely low. What that means is that if of all the homes that are on the market right now, if every home sold and not another home went on the market from now going forward, that means that if in 2.5 months, we will be completely out of inventory. So that is something to think about. That is a strong seller's market. A buyer's market, you may have heard about that. The last time we were really in the buyer's market was, of course, back in 2008, 2009. We may have had 6 or 8 to 9 months of inventory. We're already down to 2.5 months of inventory. So supply is very limited right now. That's why you see home prices going up. If you are a buyer out there, you need to pay attention to that as well, because you need to understand that sellers are very educated. Their agents are showing them the numbers. So you may think that you can go in and get a deal right now on a house because not a lot of homes and there's a lot of uncertainty. It's completely false. A lot of sellers are not lowering their prices. They're staying firm as far as where they're at. And there's still a lot of buyers out there that's willing to outbid you and compete against you to get that home. So pay attention to that. This is a very good report if you are a seller and your home is currently on the market and not under contract. This is showing time. This is an appointment center that we all use to schedule our appointments and our showings. This is for North Carolina. The orange line here you're looking at would be for this year. The blue line is comparing it to last year. So as you can see here, we are pretty much online for the beginning of the year, coming up to around COVID-19 started happening. And that's when us as agents started seeing a lot of restrictions where we couldn't go show the houses. You as buyers, you didn't want to go see them. Sellers didn't want you guys in there. You can see showings on these homes took a drastic decrease. I think this is the peak right around, April the 4th. I'm sorry, April the 3rd was almost our peak. We had almost a 50% decrease as far as showings compared to last year. Good news is, as you can see, we have been trending upwards ever since. So we are almost back to where we were last year as far as how many showings listings are getting. So if you're a seller, you've probably started noticing that in the last week or two. You probably started seeing more showings happening, more people want to come see your home. So hopefully that's a good sign to get some of those homes under contract. Just a quick recap here of the last 7 days. In the last 7 days for the Triad, we've had 278 new listings, new homes come on the market for sale. We've had 383 homes go under contract. We've had 265 of those homes that have closed. That number's a little bit lower you would expect. Let's pay attention to that over the next 30 days to see if that comes back up with new listings increasing as well. I would think that number would be a little bit higher come this time in June. Speaking of that, let's stop at a screen share and look at some things that I'm paying close attention to. So I want to show you guys, you can see the numbers behind me. In the last 30 days, we've had 1,864 pending home sales. Last year, from tomorrow, May 15th, this is what I'm paying attention to, through the next 45 days, this time last year, there's 3,623 homes that closed. So reason I'm paying attention to that is I want to see how much of a difference are we down as far as year to date from last year for the next 45 days. Now that we're starting to loosen, we're starting to see some activity increase. Let's see if those closings start happening and get a little bit more on pace to finish out the year. As you can see, I want to pay attention to two things: new listings and pending home sales. How many homes are going to go on the market in the next 30, 45, 60 days going into the summertime and once we get beyond this COVID-19? And how many of those homes are going to start going under contract? Because that's going to show us how many buyers are back out there willing to buy and able to buy for the new homes that are hitting the market. So as always, guys, if you have any questions, give me a call, reach out via Instagram, Facebook, shoot me an email at brian@culpritrealtygroup.com, or you can always give me a call or text me at 336-848-1866. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope this information was valuable to you, and stay tuned. I'm going to try to do this on a weekly basis because I'm paying close attention to the numbers. So my clients are very educated as well. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.